Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, and today we'll be taking on the Tower of Adversity in the Wuthering Wave, specifically the Resonant Tower, using this GN team you can see right here. Now the thing is, since I've already cleared all of the tower, I will be going through it again, but since I am slightly overleveled, I will be using a level 1 weapon instead on my GN, and then I will be switching to my regular weapon for the final floor of the tower. Now, one thing I should also note is that basically the main purpose of this video is some gameplay tips, just in case you guys are using GM but may be struggling to clear. Therefore, the first 3 towers I will just sort of be giving you clips, and then for the 4th tower, I'll be using the footage from my video, which is also up on the channel where I focus mainly on floor 4, but that video should also give you a good idea on how to clear the 4th floor. So yeah, that's how we're gonna go about it. And with that being said, let's just jump right into it. Now, like I already showed off, these are going to be our teams, and like I said, I will be using the level 1 Broadblade on our Jiyan. Now, first things first, for most of these chambers where you have multiple enemies, what you're going to want to do is just ult straight away on Jiyan, just so that you can group these guys up. Now, this is a very easy flaw with Jiyan. You can literally just group these guys up, and they won't attack you. Now, this doesn't apply to the same extent with Yang Yang or with Jianshi, because they aren't actually your DPSs whilst they're doing this, although you will have very similar results. Like, I honestly feel like Jianshi can solo this floor herself, so you don't necessarily need Jian, but he would be best case scenario. Now, what you would want to focus on, if you haven't done as much damage as I have, is on taking out the bigger guys to make sure that they don't do anything for the smaller guys, but if not, then you can just take out whoever's lowest HP, like I have right here. Now, our Alto does not want to shoot this guy very much, so I guess I'll just have the target lock on him, and we can just never mind, the monkey missed. So yeah, we're just gonna finish him off with Jiyan. No sweat, it's the first floor. You shouldn't really have any much trouble with it, but yeah, that's basically how you clear it. And with that, we can just move on to the second floor. So once again, obviously same team. Now we do have the bears, which are level 55 now. Once again, I will be starting off with my ult. However, the main thing is that these guys can actually hit pretty hard. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as I ult, I'm just going to try and make sure I can dodge as well, just move around so these guys can't hit me. It would be nice if I can have the dragons hit both of them at the same time, but the main thing you want to focus on here right now is not taking damage until you break their shields, and then you have a pretty decent DPS window. Now, one thing you do want to do is, obviously make sure you get character switches so you can break their gauges quicker. Although, yeah, that's the main thing. Now, what would be nice is if they get broken when they're next to each other. Just the problem is these guys do move quite a fair bit. So he's going to be down, and now we want to focus on making sure that this guy gets broken. If they can get... Okay, are they going to be grouped up for us? Kinda. I mean, we can hit both at the same time. It's just, it would have been nice if I could hit both directly. So now I'm just gonna hit this guy because he has more HP, and then the dragons will hit the other one, like so. And then they're dead. So there you go. That's basically just how you clear it. Just make sure you dodge the hits. So, because especially if they double tag you, then they can shred your HP. So as long as you just move enough, dodge enough, then you will be fine. As soon as you take their gauge down, they are actually really easy to beat. But with that being said, it's now on to floor 3, and we are still using a level 1 weapon, except from the enemies are now the same level as us. Now, what we will be doing is, once again, going into our ult, and then kind of what we want to do is, not exactly, I was going to say kiting isn't exactly the right term, but what we just want to make sure is that the smaller birds are right in the range of our ult, so that they'll basically just be CC'd and won't be hitting us. And then we want to focus on dodging the big birds attacks, which is why you kind of saw me running around, like sort of circles around the big bird so that he won't hit me, because he takes a while to attack. So we're relatively safe as long as we just move around him a fair bit. And then as soon as we have a DPS window like we will in a second, then we can just focus on doing as much damage as we can. Now, once again, all the basically smaller mobs are dead, and now this guy's down, so once again, we can just take him out really easily. So yeah, like I said, just make sure you don't get hit by this guy, move around a fair bit, just do a couple of dashes, and you'll be safe, and then the smaller enemies won't be any nuisance to you, because they'll basically be constantly up in the air. So yeah, that's how you clear the 3rd floor. And with that being said, I will now skip ahead to the gameplay from our other video of us clearing floor 4, and then it will be time for our character builds and outro. So I will see you guys in a second. Now, as you can kind of see, on this floor we will get a fair bit of energy as a nice bonus. So what we can do here is ult straight away, which will not only make parrying easier on our GN, but we can also just do a little bit more damage. We want to parry the first 3 hits, and then normally the 4th hit we'll have to dodge since we can't parry it. Now that our ult is gone, we can go into our arena. I probably should have ulted there, but you know, it is what it is, and then we can just go straight into our ulti. Now the really nice thing is that the buffs here means that our uptime doesn't have to be as long. The Memphis did kind of nip my ulti there, but it's fine for the most part. And then he should get broken here at some point during our ult window, or we can just break him right here, that works as well. And we can do a nice bit of damage. Now obviously he is 10 levels higher than us, which means he can do a fair bit of damage to us, and you know, we will be doing more damage if we're level 70, but honestly we've done pretty good damage so far. Now remember, we have a minute 12 seconds left to clear, so I want to get to about halfway before a minute. And now we can use the bird for the damage bonus, and the animations in this game are just so cool. Okay, I do wish that our monkey would have hit him, but it's fine for the most part. But man, is GN just so cool, and he's also so good. We've basically done half his health bar there. I feel like as we ramp up a little bit in the battle, we should speed up a little bit, which is why I'm not concerned about our time. Like I said, honestly, the good thing about GN is you can literally just button mash and it will parry anyway. Yeah, I didn't mean to dodge there, but it's fine. And then our ulti basically spawned into his attack, which is a bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Now the nice thing is, once again, he will get broken here when we switch into our GN, and then we just go into our monkey for a little bit more extra damage, and also arrow damage as well. And then that was a big hit right there. I'm pretty sure that was a crit, which is why I like building quite a lot of crit rate on my characters, at least in the early game, when crit can be a bit harder to come by. Now, since we do only have 20 seconds left, I am switching into my ulti. We don't have time to do the Verena rotation. Hopefully we can get his concerto up in time. Okay, yeah, we're not going to unfortunately be able to outro skill on him, but we do have our ult up here and our skill, and if we normal attack, we finish floor 12 with 4 seconds left to spare. So yeah, that's how you get 3 stars on the 4th floor. Basically just make sure you parry the right attacks, make sure you can dodge. I'd say the main tip is invest in your main DPS. Your main DPS will be the most important character when it comes to damage wise. Yeah, that's it for me. With that being said, let's get into our character builds. Anyway, that's it basically for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed or found that useful. When it comes to our character builds, this is how our GN stats look like with the level 1 weapon, 833 attack, and then lower energy region than we would have otherwise with our other weapon. You know, I don't want to focus too much on the main stat page itself because it's very early into the game, and you know, stats can be a bit difficult. But if you want to see how my echoes look, this is how they look right now. Just there you go. Honestly, I forgot I could scroll through the side, but you know, nothing major. And then our traces mostly level up. I did prioritize for the circuit and the liberation, as well as picking up this major node and getting a little bit of curate. I will be leveling up the basic attack and resonant skill as well when I have the time and the mats. And then obviously he is also S0. When it comes to our alto, these are his stats. He is level 40 here. He does have a level 50 Nova Burst though on his pistols. And then, you know, main thing here is having the echo set be full so that we get the nice extra attack, and then also the Heron, so it will increase our character's damage. And then when it comes to our Verena, you know, just kind of making sure she has enough energy regen, hence why she is on variation. And then she is also on the healing set for its buffing effects. And then just making sure we pick up a little bit of ER from it, and then also attack, since that's what her healing scales off of. And then this is how her fortes look. So yeah, with that being said, that's basically it for the entirety of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe for more informational videos or just enjoyable content on the channel, and I hope to see you guys soon. See ya.